In this video, we'll be discussing travel insurance, why you need it, and how to add it to your account. So, why is travel insurance important? Life, of course, is a pretty wild ride. There's a lot of curveballs out there that could seriously hamper your Big Blues Bender vacation or prevent you from coming at all. Here at the Bender, all sales are final and we do not issue refunds. The reason for this is pretty straightforward. Our events have a limited inventory, a limited time to sell this inventory, and the event itself is just 4 days out of the year. Now, let's say a big storm disrupts travel across the US and hundreds of our guests are left stranded, or their homes are damaged, or people are injured, or otherwise unable to attend. Of course, that would be awful for everyone, but at the same time, the show will still go on. All of your favorite artists still need to get paid, as do our hardworking staff, the hotel still requires payment, and all the food and beverage we order will still be delivered and paid for. Now, if we accepted every risk of every one of our guests and issued refunds for factors we can't possibly control, then the Bender would go out of business. It's as simple as that. It's also important to note that the insurance we offer is a third-party offering through our preferred partner, Travel Guard. The Bender does not actually sell you insurance. We provide an easy interface for you to purchase insurance from Travel Guard. Your policy will be direct from them. We are not insurance agents and we do not offer support, input, or advice on the particulars of your policy. Finally, you can buy insurance from anyone you choose. We like Travel Guard, but it's just one company in a sea of hundreds. Do whatever is best for you. You can get the best coverage money can buy, or you can choose to go completely uninsured. Just remember, the risk is yours alone. The Bender is not responsible if circumstance prevents you from attending. Travel insurance is the best remedy against uncertainty. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about adding travel insurance to an existing reservation. To get started, select the Your Reservation link from a Bender event website and enter your account credentials when prompted. Here we find a list of reservations in my account. I only have the one, and from here I can modify my reservation, add insurance, or make a payment. Today we will be adding insurance. Now we're at the Add Insurance page, which is exactly the same page you saw at the time of purchase. Please read through this whole page, but I'd like to point out something that'll come into play later. In terms of your insurance coverage, your departure date is the day you leave your house, not the first day of the Bender or the first day you arrive in Vegas. Similarly, your return date is the day you walk back into your house after your trip. You'll want your entire vacation covered, including the travel component. Also, when asked, your trip deposit date is the date you made your first payment on the trip. If you bought a pre-book, you don't have to worry about the date you bought that. Pre-book dates don't count. You'll need to know the first day you applied money to an actual reservation. The day you went through the checkout process and selected your package, that's the date you'll need to know. Your final payment date is the last date you paid money against your trip. If you paid in full at checkout, then this will be the same date as your deposit date. If you are on a payment plan, the screen will show you the date to use for your final payment date. Okay, so now we're done reading and we're ready to purchase, but there are no travel insurance plans available based on our state of residence. What's up with that? If you watched the video on booking a package, you may recall that my address was in Connecticut and Paul's address was in Alabama. Travel insurance is priced based on the state you live in. Furthermore, the insurance quotes available through our system are only available to U.S. residents. Since my reservation features two people living in two different states, no single policy will cover both of us. In this case, they'll need to be added separately. So let's deselect Paul and see what happens. All right, that's better. Now we see a preferred plan for Connecticut residents, so let's click on Get Quote to continue. Now we see the premium for the base plan and a list of options available. In order to make the most informed decision possible, click on the Description of Coverage link to get a policy brochure. This document provides all of the information regarding this policy. Read through this carefully and determine which coverages are right for you. So I've read through this and I've determined that in addition to the base coverage, I'd also like the cancel for any reason coverage. And also I'm going for the adventure sports bundle because I'd like to drive some dune buggies out in the desert on one of my pre-days. I click to purchase and now my insurance is purchased. I can now see my policy on the confirmation screen and I'll have an email in my inbox from Travel Guard as well. You can access the policy by clicking the policy number on this confirmation page, which can also be found by logging into your account. Once you have your policy, you'll need to contact Travel Guard and adjust your departure and return dates with them, as well as add any other details of your trip, including your flight information and any other activities you plan to do on your trip, like my dune buggy rides. The more complete you are, the more protected you will be. That concludes this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the bender.